had a dream about Jesus. And he said, don't be afraid of death. You are going to have an eternal life. Ben Isik Abla, bu benim hikayem. My father was a womanizer and my mother used to have nervous breakdowns. Every time she found out about his affairs, she used to just fall apart. And every time they had a fight, slamming the doors, cursing each other, I used to hide. And then when they used to see me, they used to tell me, it's all your fault. I wish you have never been born. I remember being beaten up, kicked on the floors. I believed I was stupid. I believed I was ugly. I felt very filthy and I felt like it was my fault. I studied a lot. I read everything I could find. I started learning Quran from my great-grandmother and tried to learn and be a good Muslim. So I thought it was fascinating that there was a being who created me. And if I knew him and if I find him, he could change my misery. I knew that I needed a miracle, but I had no relationship with my God. I prayed 5 times a day. I never heard back from him. So I came to a conclusion, there was God, there was a creator, but he was mean and hateful and always angry. I met this guy at college. He was a fanatical Muslim. I really believed he loved me. We got married. He started beating me up all the time, every other day. He used to kick me, spit on me, slap me in public, pull my hair. And I used to always find a fault in me. But then I started finding a relief at workplace. People started telling me I was smart. And I started climbing career ladders in Turkey. The more I became powerful at workplace, the more he abused me to keep me oppressed. One night, he put a knife on my throat and he told me to jump from the 8th floor of a building. I knew that even in the Quran, he didn't have a right to kill me. I decided I'm going to leave. I wanted freedom. I thought America is a free country. I want freedom. I got my divorce degree Friday and I graduated from my post-studies in business administration Saturday and I fled to America on Sunday. But it didn't change. It doesn't matter. Wherever you go, you take you with you. And I took abused, hurt, insecure, angry, hateful, miserable woman with me to America. I said, I need a husband to tell me what to do with my life. And this time I met a drug abuser. And we had a child. Another type of depression and misery started. This wasn't physical abuse, but verbal abuse. And I decided to leave him. I was 28 years old, divorced twice, single mother, failed in every areas of my life. I became, that time, suicidal. I was working at a Christian company and I had a Christian boss. He was really in love with Jesus. It was hard to understand how someone could be in love so much with his God. I didn't want to be a Christian. We called Christians infidels. They worship 3 gods. They called Jesus, the prophet, Son of God, blasphemy. So now I am more miserable because I see people, they have peace in their lives and they talk to their God. Their God talks to them. And I said, life is not worth living. I am not good for this life and God hates me. And I decided to end my life that day. I went to work and I went to the restroom. I started having a disclosure with God. And I started telling him, why do you hate me? What have I done so bad to deserve this? I knocked on the counter and I said, here I am, I'm knocking at your door. Are you going to open the door? And I cleaned my face. I went back to my office. Then my boss called me. He said, please close the door and have a seat. And he said to me, I know this is going to sound very weird to you, but I have to be obedient. My Lord Jesus just spoke to me and he told me about what you are planning. And he wants me to tell you. You are not forsaken or abandoned. When you were abused, Jesus was by your side. He loves you so much that he wants to be the center of your life. I went on my face to the floor and I started weeping bitterly, and I said, yes, yes, Jesus. One single yes brought me to Jesus Christ. I felt freedom first time in my life. The freedom that I dreamed all my life was real. God always tells me, you are a new creation. You are crucified. It is all gone. Only I live in you. Only this moment. And the future I prepared for you is important. I can thank Him for who I am right now and who I am going to be. Ben Isik abla, iyileştim, şifamı aldım ve özgürüm.